Good morning, Kyoto. First full day in Kyoto. It is 7 Kyoto. I don't know why I pronounce it like that. It's Kyoto. Kyoto. Good morning, Kyoto. Ohayo gozaimasu, Kyoto. It's 7:35 a.m. It is a bristly 7 degrees or something. Glorious blue sky. I'm just heading into central Kyoto now from my hotel here in Seta, about 20 minutes outside of the city, because it's cherry blossom season and it was way too expensive to get anything in central Kyoto. I'm going on a city tour this morning just to get my bearings because I'm here for 4 days, so that's what I like to do. It should be a good day, I think. I'm here outside Kyoto station, and as with so many other stations in this country, I don't know... Oh, there's Kyoto Tower, by the way. I don't know where I am. I don't know what side I've come out. I think it's the east side or the west side. I really don't know. I thought I knew what direction I was going, but I don't think I do. I need the south exit, but I didn't see any signs suggesting there even was a south exit, although there must be a south exit because there's an east and a west exit. God, I'm on the complete wrong side. I need to go pedestrian walkway. Right, pedestrian walkway. It must go up and over the top. I'm so glad I gave myself half an hour to get lost. I knew I'd need it. This, I just want to say, is a prime example of doing adequate research before you come overseas. Because as soon as I actually found the right exit, I knew immediately that I was in the right spot. Because I've seen it all before, thanks to the wonder of Google Maps. That's where I'm going. That's where I need to be. It's only 8:15, so I'm 15 minutes early, and the stress has evaporated. I'm doing a bit of a whirlwind tour of the Nijo-jo Castle outside of Kyōto. This is where the emperor used to live way back in the day. As with most of these tours, it's very quick. Not much opportunity to take photos or get too involved in the surroundings. I suppose they've got a limited time frame to do all this stuff. So I'm just going to snap some pics while I'm filming. The guide's name is Yoshika, I think, but he told us to call him Yoshi. It's a funny old bloke, knows his stuff. Sometimes easy to understand, sometimes not, as with all of these things. But at least it's an English tour, so that helps. And it is beautiful here, by the way. So that's beautiful, and it's a temple, but it's all been so rushed that I don't actually have a clue where we are. It's some temple or shrine, and it's gorgeous. It's beautiful, but I don't know where we are. I have no idea. We came on the bus. He said we were somewhere. I just don't know where. But I reiterate, it is beautiful. It's very attractive, and at some point I will work out where we are, and I will know what it's called. For now, I'll just say that's gorgeous. So eventually I worked out, just from seeing a sign somewhere, that this is Kinkaku shrine. It was beautiful in there. At least we had more time there. Basically the guide just said, here, go and do your own thing. We went and did our own thing, so that made for a nice change compared to the last place. So we're up to number 3 now. We'll see what happens with the 3rd spot that we visit. Then I'll head off by myself on my own adventures around Kyoto. Here is our guide Yoshi, signing off. We're at the Imperial Palace now. Apparently it's still a working residence for the emperor and the imperial family when they visit Kyoto. It used to be the home when Kyoto was the capital. Apparently there's still some sakura. They still stay here. Interesting. So this should be quite lovely. We only have 26 or so minutes, so clearly it's going to be a bit of a whirlwind tour again. This is the Kamo River near to central Kyoto. And one of the things that's apparent here is that there's lots and lots and lots and lots of cherry blossom sakura all along the footpath down the street, the footpath back up the other side of the street, and all along this side of the banks of the river Kamo. The other thing that is apparent though is that they're obviously almost out of bloom because they're all over the ground. They're all over the ground, they're blowing out of the trees. These trees are still very full, but obviously the bloom is almost done. But it doesn't make the view any less gorgeous because there's still lots and lots and lots of it. All the way back there from that huge tree, all the way back down the embankment. One there and one further back, but on this side they're all over. It's so cold today, it's about 15 degrees, that wind is icy, and this is absolutely gorgeous. I'm about to find my way. We were just on a second bus that was going to take us back to Kyoto station, but I wanted to get off and see this. But I'm on my way down to, well, I want something to eat first because I'm hungry, but then I'm going to go down to the Fushimi Inari temple, which just also happens to be where the Nekko cafe time is. That's the cat cafe. Now there's either 2 real geisha or 2 pretend dress-up geisha, multiple geisha down there. Don't know if they're real or not. 600 yen for half an hour to hire a geisha outfit. The way they're taking photos, I suspect they're possibly not real. These cherry blossom, the sakura, are actually very, very special to the Japanese people, mostly on account of the fact that they only bloom for a very, very short period of time. 1 or 2 weeks is the quote that was given. These ones would have bloomed last week and they're already starting to fall all over the ground. So they'll be gone very, very soon. And that ties in with what I saw in Tokyo as well, where those trees opposite the hotel I was staying in Akasaka basically came into full bloom over the course of 3.5 days while I was there, and they're probably almost gone now. They are beautiful. I say it every time I see them, but it's such a basic thing. This pretty little white or pink flower with some pretty pink or green or white coloring in the middle, sitting all over these trees. It's absolutely gorgeous for no apparent reason other than it's gorgeous. And then very soon, if I came back in a week or 2, they'd probably be gone. When in Rome, as they say. Here in Kyoto, this is apparently where everyone, of the locals at least, sit and eat and have their lunch or whatever they're eating. So I thought I'd join them, because how nice do you need it to be? What a view, what a spectacular view. It's so simple, it's just a little river. Not even a particularly fast flowing or full river. Lots of beautiful little sakura leaves floating down the center. And meanwhile, I have my latest stash from 7-Eleven, and I'm surrounded by sakura leaves flowing past as we speak. So, what a spot. I think this could be one of the longest railway tunnels I have ever walked down. I can't even clearly tell where it finishes, but it's down there somewhere. This is the Keihan Railway in Kyoto, and this behind me is a special car. It's called an elegant saloon. They have premium cars here where you have a reserved seat, and they call the premium car, all of these train cars in fact are called elegant saloon. They look like, oh, there's a double-decker one. Aside from the double-decker one, they look like something out of the 1960s. This is Fushimi Inari, and I've gotten off here for 2 reasons. The first is to go to the Nekko cat cafe, Nekko cafe time, which is just down the street, and then also to look at the Fushimi Inari, the Fushimi Inari Shrine, which is the shrine of 1,000 torii. Hopefully I bought the right ticket and I will be able to get out, otherwise I'll need to have it adjusted, which is always embarrassing. So this is slightly insane, and I possibly should have known it would be, but it's this tiny little street that's completely overrun with tourists. So the whole place is probably something of a tourist trap, and perhaps even the cat cafe is a tourist trap as well. But I'm going anyway. Now, according to my research, it should be here Where? Yes, again. There it is, right there. The benefits of doing your research before you come. The odd thing here is that there's a railway level crossing down that end, and there's a railway level crossing at this end as well, so something of a traffic bottleneck, I would have thought. Anyway, how do we get into this place? Nekko cafe time, 2nd floor.
Mikan. Konnichiwa, Mikan. Konnichiwa, Mikan. That's Mikan. She's nervous apparently. This one is Pekko. Konnichiwa, Pekko. Konnichiwa, Pekko. This is Pekko. Pekko is 5, 4.5. Hot, cold personality. That's why he said hello before, but now he's not saying hello at all. Ohayo, Pekko. Ohayo. This one is Dai.
Thank you.
Dai. Samuel Dai. He's a he. He's Dai. That is Dan. Orchid. 3rd of April 2014. Konnichiwa, Dan. Hello, Dan. Dan. Konnichiwa. Ohayo. 写真大丈夫？ボブ。
ちょっとさ、かっこよく撮ってもらい。
おはよう、ボブ。He's beautiful. He's the boss.
Yes.
This one's Momo, Peach. Momo is grumpy. Momo's dad was Himalayan and Mum was Persian. Her face is like her mother's. Momo is all my pace and usually sleeps all day. She doesn't like to be petted, so she might put up a paw to stop your hand. Momo. Oh, Momo. Azuki. Azuki. Red bean. Azuki. Konnichiwa. Ohayo. Azuki. Ohayo. Azuki. Bob. Totoro. Totoro desu. Hai. Konnichiwa, Totoro.
So hungry.
So this is the central intersection of Inari. Talk about a tourist trap. I think this whole town probably makes its money from people coming in and out of the shrine. Although there is some fairly interesting stuff there that I've never seen before, but nobody really gives a shit about the cars. So of course, being the genius that I am, I decide to go along the street where all the cars are clogged up because they're waiting for all the pedestrians to get out of the way. But oddly enough, the pedestrians aren't here. Pedestrians don't seem to come this way, so win, I think. And there's the JR train station, so I know where to come back to now without having to pay for another weird ass ticket. And I think we're almost here because there's the beginning of the many torii. Photo taken.